My first crush in year 7 was Brandon McGraw. They went out.
My first crush at Port Hacking was Storm Jerry.
Who was your first crush at Port?
Dominic Gates on like the second day.
Ashley Summers. Seriously.
Jack Wilson. Jordan Kalila. It was like for a week. Star Trek, loving it.
Jackson White.
Oh,
and he had the spiky hair and everything. I don't know.
I think it's a big bone. He was so nice to me, that's why. He was a bit. I'm gonna keep my very private.
Oh. Oh, my people.
Yeah.
What was your first crush at Port?
Jake Davis.
Mine was definitely Harry.
Brianna.
I think it was Laura.
Who was your first crush at Port?
Matt.
Adrian.
Do you go first?
I don't know.
Okay, mine was probably in year 7 and this is really embarrassing, but it will be Storm Jury.
Mitch Perry. Dylan Stank.
Can. My year 7 crush was Dean Johnson.
Mine was Jess Wood.
Harrison Kaligaros.
And Emma Davies.
Who was your first crush at Port?
Katie Bader.
Oh, this is my go now?
That's a good one, eh?
Oh, it has to be when I first came to year 8, Jasmine Reader.
Storm Jury, I think.
Mine was in year 7 and it was Will Roberts. Harry Vanderhart. It was attractive.
My first crush at Port Hacking was also a teacher, so...
Evan. No, that's a lie. It's been Evan since kindy. Evan since kindy, everyone. Evan Buney. Evan Buney, yeah.
We gave, for the end of the year, we gave Miss Tokach chocolate for
My present?
yeah, like a end of year present, whatever. And we ate the chocolate and gave her just wrappers, and she thanked us and then got really angry.
When Nikita farted in the school certificate. Yeah, when she farted in the school certificate exam, definitely the highlight, I'd say, of Port Hacking.
In maths last year when Samira bashed Angel in class, it was rather funny.
She leaped across the table.
It was me, but it was started that.
Did you tell her about it?
No, because I said something about... Oh, no, I don't know.
No.
Alright, that's
Sorry, I just ruined that. Just snow trip.
Snow trip, when hide and seek.
Yeah, and Brooklyn was hiding and Mr. McGrath, we couldn't find her and Mr. McGrath came and he was like, Brooklyn, if you don't come, I'm calling your parents.
Okay, I think it was year 8. We were down the side of the oval and Jared was getting chased by one of the boys and he fell in a puddle and just kept rolling and rolling and rolling in the puddle. That would have to be my best memory.
The food fight, yes, the food fight. Yeah, when the year 9s, when we were in year 11 I think, the year 9s were throwing fruit at us and I had a tub of yogurt and I thought it'd be a better idea because the fruit's not going to really mark you. So I dipped the fruit in the yogurt and take it back at them and that way it left a mark. And then one time they threw this huge thing and it hit someone in the head, can't remember who. So I dunked it in my yogurt and I ran after them and you just see them like scatter. So like ants. And then as I was going to throw a watermelon covered yogurt. Anyway, a watermelon covered in yogurt, I stacked it in front of everybody and slipped and fell on my ass. Yeah, that'd be the best moment at school.
Best memory, table wars. That was sick. Oh yeah, that was awesome. And Riley Lavelle was in the middle like doing the Braveheart speech. Yeah. He's like, take it.
Well, still can't live it down. What year was it? Year 7. Year 7. There was like an assembly in the gym and we had to sit on the floor and I got pins and needles and when I went to get up, I like, yeah, you're fucking laughing. She fell over like 3 times and could not get up. I like fell directly into Mr. McGrath. It was a good time. Into Mr. McGrath. It was not a good time. It was not a good time.
Accidentally calling William Henry 3 times in a row in the same class.
Okay,
So it was Year 10 PE and there are like 3 classes in the gym and we're playing volleyball. So we're all like in our groups and our group gets picked to demonstrate. So we all stand up and I'm at the very front, like in front of the net, and then Marina Rayad is at the back with the ball and she's serving, so she serves the ball and the ball hits me right at the back of my head and it's just like 100 kids just laughing and it was horrible.
It'd have to be walking to school with Drew and Steph, and the first day we were walking and I sort of slipped in mud but didn't fall on my face, and the next day I was like, okay, I'm going to fall on my face, and I completely fell on my face covered in mud, walked into schools. Very, very embarrassing.
In like Year 7 when it was a really rainy day and I fell down the stairs and what the hell? I fell down the stairs and slipped across the entire floor and into the wall in front of like all this Year 9 science class. It was really embarrassing. Oh my god.
Okay, well, mine was on Year 7 camp. We were in a canoe and I was with Brandon Bell, I think, or something, and another person. And they asked us to go and capsize our leaders' boats, and we had a certain amount of time. So they said go, and I thought they meant capsize your own. So I jumped out of my canoe, started rocking it, trying to capsize it, and then got in lots of trouble by the people in the boat because they didn't like me after that. Because, yeah. We're in Year 10 Geography and Emma Davidson's diary was sitting on the table, so I decided to graffiti on it, and so I drew a penis on one side and then on the other side I wrote, I wish I had a vagina, and then it was like sitting penis side up and Miss Vasey walked over and started raging and she was like, this is so offensive, and she's like, turn it over, and then when I turned it over she was even more disgusted by the other side and then she took it, but then we stole it back, and then about a month later I got a stage sent home, and yeah, that's it.
Punching Jordan Colella, Year 7.
Oh, whoa!
Got in-school suspension.
I'm just constantly late, so I get armless for that.
Reading the same book for too many days in a row in roll call, so I gotta clean up.
I threw a piece of paper at a teacher once, but that's probably the worst thing I've ever done.
Mine would probably be passing notes in class. Oh my god, Drew!
You're such a rebel!
Oh my god!
Miss Spencer. Oh my gosh.
Miss Foraker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Hay.
Miss Elaine scares me.
Miss Carter scares me.
Oh, nah, she's good. She's good lady.
No, she's scary lady.
Miss Carter's quite intimidating, I reckon.
Oh, I'd have to say Miss Foraker. She's pretty scary. Wait, is she even still at this school?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, she's pretty scary.
Miss Spencer.
Oh, is that the cooking teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's scary as well.
Miss Carter.
To this day.
Oh, to this day it'll be well, Mr. Hardwick when he was here, but other than that it's Miss Carter for sure.
Mrs. Carter.
No, I reckon Miss Goddard.
Miss Carter.
Which teacher? Miss Thornton. Miss Thornton. Miss Thornton, definitely. She just wears black all the time.
Yeah, she's pretty scary. I think she'd scare me.
Mr. McGrath! Oh my god. Mr. McGrath? Yeah. Really? Yeah, Miss Spencer? She never smiles.
Miss Thornton's scary.
Carter.
Mrs. Elaine.
Mr. Halil.
Probably Miss Spencer. She's probably gonna watch this, but
yeah, she's gonna be at the
she's gonna
night.
be there, but she's quite scary sometimes.
I think all the teachers are good. I love Miss Kokokias. But there's no teachers that scare me. There used to be Miss Thornton, but I grew onto it. So.
Yeah, Miss Lacey used to scare me, like first day of Year 7. But yeah, she kind of left.
She left. She never came back.
Yeah.
So
I love all my teachers.
Yeah, it was like this.
once we asked Mr. Cameron, he was wearing this red jumper, and we go, oh, is that a Kmart jumper? He goes, oh my God, this is a $400 Ralph Lauren. So that was pretty funny when he said that.
Rundy. Rundy. Thank you.
Thank you from Mr. Barlow.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Don't be the inside joke, make the inside joke. That one goes out to Cameron.
Mrs. Aline and somebody here has itchy balls. It's when someone's on their phone, they're either playing with their phone under the desk or they have really itchy balls.
We were in Ancient and we had Mr. Red Rock because Mr. Lane was away, and then he was marking the roll.
Hey, this is mine. No, this is ours.
Mine.
Ours.
And then he was marking the roll. And Emma was away, and he asked Shani, like he said, is she here? And Shani went, no, she's going for her peas. And he was like, what? And then she's like, she's going for her peas. He's like, oh, I thought you said she had herpes.
Miss Waze's classic, the greater the risk, the greater the return. That's so good. I love that one.
What was the funniest, weirdest rumour you heard about yourself?
I'm a lesbian.
You and Kristen, that's
Yeah. I can't remember who it is, but someone came up to me and was like, are you and Kristen lesbians together? No. I got one.
Okay, so apparently I'm the leader of...
Oh my God!
Okay, someone came up to me and said that everyone thinks that I'm the leader. So...
It's a lie!
I don't know, you know, like...
You're a peasant.
Where this is coming from, but I'm okay
You've
with
been
it.
here the shortest out of everyone, so that's not
Everyone
really.
sees me as the leader, so...
No! One person!
I don't know.
And that's one person! You!
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, what's yours?
That's a stupid rumour.
It would have to be that I'm a horn, which I hope
A leader of the horn.
Yeah, I don't see that as being someone that is me. I don't see it.
Doyle and Barlow. Let's just not go into detail.
Take it. Mr. McLaughlin, if he didn't have a dud leg, because he'd just bam! It's just so hot. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. McGrath, I don't think anyone could beat him and he's so intimidating. I think Mrs. Goddard, I think she'd get her beads off and wear them.
Miss K. She'd be hefty. Like, imagine her running away from zombies. Just picture it.
Would she survive?
I don't know.
Mrs. Aline should get through anything.
I reckon Miss Lee. I reckon she's got like the intelligence to get around it all.
Miss Goddard.
I think Mr. Krajewski would just like bad joke his way out of everything.
McGrath.
Mr. Vile.
Ah, yeah,
Mr. Vile.
Mr. Vile. Mr. Vile. Mr. Vile, because
He just out there. He looks like he's from the other. He's on the other team.
he's not on the human team. He's on the other team. I don't know.
Or Mr. Vile.
Yeah, Mr. Vile for sure.
Oh, someone said Mr. Vile.
Mr. Vile would, he'd like it.
Yeah, he'd know what to do. He's into that
I
sort
feel
of
like
stuff.
he's probably planned what to do in the zombie apocalypse.
Maybe there's a hidden basement or tunnels
He
under
probably
the
has
school that
a
he's
written out
organised.
plan of what to do.
Yeah, I feel like he's organised on top of that.
Yeah.
I would tell my year 7 self that no matter what you think, people out there do like you, people out there do care about you, so keep your head up and just keep your head up and just be happy, because people do actually like you no matter what others say.
Get your hair fixed! Oh my god, my hair was so bad. I had like this thing, it was like a side fringe, but it wasn't really, and it was so embarrassing. Get used to braces because they're not coming off till year 11.
It would have been okay to wear shorts where you could see my knees.
It's not worth it.
What? Why?
No. School. Not worth it.
Sport.
Get a haircut.
Get a haircut.
Don't hang out with Adrian.
To dye my hair. Mr. Cameron! Mr. Cameron!
Mr. Cameron!
Mr. Cameron.
Oh, Mr. Cameron. Mr. Cameron for sure.
Mr. Cameron!
Mr. Cameron.
Shout out to Healthy Obsessed.
Definitely Mr. Cameron.
Mr. Cameron. Because of his bum.
With Mr. Cameron?
Dead boss! Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, whatever. You guys are both in love with like Mr. Cameron.
No, Okay, great. Now we're going.
Mr. McLaughlin.
Yeah, definitely. Mr. Cameron. Mr. McLaughlin.
Mr. Cameron.
Mr. McLaughlin is definitely my teacher crush.
Nicholas.
Miss Nicholas.
Miss Nicholas.
Mr. Elaine.
Mr. Cameron. Barlow.
Miss Middleton for sure.
Best choice. Good choice.
Oh,
Good choice. That zombie.
Mr. Buchanan.
Oh, Coco for
Tyler.
sure. Kokokius.
It's gotta be Tyler.
It's Kokokius.
Me, Nichols for sure. She's a babe.
For guy, Silk,
Yeah, Mr. Cameron.
Mr. Cameron, and for girl, Miss Nichols and Miss Huda.
Oh, Miss Nichols, Miss Huda, and Miss Hadfield.
Yeah.
Annie. Or Miss Nichols. Annie, yeah.
Best memory is probably when we were doing touch football training. Olivia Brooks tried to dive and score a try, and she's the first person I've ever seen to headbutt the ball, and she ended up pretty much knocking herself out, and not one person was left standing because everyone was laughing at her. That's probably my best memory.
My best memory of your year is the day of my drama HSC group final performances, and I think that was my proudest moment of your year, when they all came together and the energy and their excitement and the professionalism of that day, I think was probably my favourite moment of your year.
Best memory would have to be at School Spectacular last year, watching Chloe and Eddie run around like Finding Nemos, and Brooklyn touching the butt.
I am going to miss, with all my heart, with all my soul, my Year 12 English Studies class.
Definitely some of the guys, like, and girls. Fishy, love you, bye. Sean, same, love you, girl. But probably my boys, my kindergarten boys, they know who they are, my SLL group. Yeah.
I think all the different personalities. You're all in different groups, but there's some really strong personalities, and I'm going to miss that huge range of personalities that you've got.
Because I see other years and I see how they bitch and fight, and my year isn't, well, my particular class is not like that at all. So I'll miss that friendship and that camaraderie that I have with that class.
Best part of it for me is always walking into the room. The best part's always walking into the room, because I know I'm walking into a Year 12 class and I know it's going to be like a bunch of more relaxed people, where I'm going to be more involved with the world of ideas, or at least that's in theory. Walk into my Year 12 standard class, it's a bit like the sun's coming up in the morning. There's the promise of there's the promise of a great day ahead.
That's similar.
But then the clouds come over and storm starts to gather, and there's this eruption of rain, and we all end up getting wet.
I think the fact that we can joke, the fact that we can have a chat, the fact that I can call Evan Bunick Irvin, and that'd be okay, and the fact that it's Gerard Depadour or Gerard Sargent and Henry Le. So they've all got new names, and it's lovely. So I'm going to miss the funny nature and the communication and the relationship with those kids, because you're wonderful kids, absolutely adore you all, and I wish you the absolute best for your HSC and for your future life.
What do you love most about our year?
I think it's a very, very good year. I've had no problems with Year 12. You're a good lot of kids. You have got terrific captains and you've got very, very good prefects who kept you all in line.
What I love is that you are all very friendly and you're very accepting, and whenever I see you, and even if I have not taught you for years, that I remember you from Year 7 and 8, and a lot of you from Year 7 and 8. But it's that you never forget, and you are always lovely on the staircase, or if I yell and scream at you, you're very accepting.
Probably that everybody I speak to is happy. Everyone, even in the playground, if they're paying each other out, if they're paying me out, they're always smiling and having a good time. So I think the best thing about your year is definitely that everyone's so happy to be doing what they're doing.
That they're young adults and they're great to have a conversation with, and they like learning, they like my lessons, which is really good, and that they're going to go off into the world and succeed.
Yeah, we're going to succeed like crazy.
You are.
I like that you've become mature, responsible students. I've seen you grow from Year 7 to Year 12. I started the same year as you. So it's really nice that you're actually a year that gets along and has a lot of fun and gets involved in lots of activities.
And this one's from the ladies. How do you keep your body in such good shape?
A lift.
I wish you guys all the very best in all your endeavours. If you use the skills and knowledge that you have learnt at Port Hacking High School, I know you'll all have very successful futures. Hopefully you'll miss us, and hopefully you won't forget us. And just know that we are here to help you until your very last exam, and then some afterwards as well. And I have 3 quotes that I found, and I thought they would be really fitting for this moment. Okay, winners are not those who never fail, but those who never quit. You've also got positive thoughts make positive people, and my favourite, be a reflection of what you like to see in others. If you want love, give love. If you want honesty, give honesty. If you want respect, give respect. You get in return what you give, and the author is unknown. So hope you guys have a great time at Reflections Night, and I hope you guys have had the most enjoyable time at Port Hacking High School. And for those of you who don't know, I'm an ex-Port Hacking High School student, and it's been my dream to actually come back here and teach, and I've done that, and I've looked after a very wonderful year group, and I wish you all the very best.